right, so it's been a couple of days. It's been very hot and I've been busy with work, so finally get to start getting back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and get it primered up. So I have this completely sanded, and then I'm going to do this part and this part. All of this is super smooth, ready to get its first coat of primer. So like I said, I'm gonna primer it, let it sit, and then tomorrow do another coat, and then let that sit, and then by the weekend do the black, let that sit, and do another coat and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and get this all primered up and we'll go from there. Alright, so this part is all primered up. Did a little bit on the sides, up here on the top, and then right here on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit of time to go ahead and dry, and then I will sand that coat and then add another coat, and then we will go from there. But I'm going to let it dry overnight. So for me, it's going to be probably 24 hours. For you, split second. All right, so back is all done, completely primered, dried, sand, reprimered, dried. And so now I'm going to focus on the front here. So I'm going to give this one a good sanding here in the front, and then up here by the speaker. And then we'll get this primered, and that's pretty much it with bodywork. Then after that we'll tackle the coin doors. You know what? I'm lying. After we're done with this, we'll go ahead and tackle the control panel and then the coin doors. So let me go ahead and get this sanded. Alright, so we're all sanded. I've been sanding this for the past, I don't know, 30-45 minutes. And then also sanded this area. Excuse the mess in the back. This project has been making everything dusty. So I want to get this project done. It is hot and my neighbors suck. But yeah, so let me go ahead and put its first coat of primer on it. We'll come back and see what it looks like. Alright, so the primer has dried, so that's ready to go. Top's ready to go. Let me turn it around. That's all ready to go. That's all ready to go. So I did give it a light sanding so that way it can be smooth. It is extremely smooth. So now I'm going to apply the black paint. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint over the side. I mean, I really don't need to. I'll probably just sand it real quick, get it smooth. I mean, it's smooth already, but just give it another quick sanding and I think we should be good. So after this part, once it's painted black, we'll be done with it, and then we will move on to the control panel. Okay, alrighty, so bottom has its first coat, top has its first coat, did the sides, front has its first coat. So you can still see there is, you know, imperfections, but this is coat 1. So I'm gonna let that dry overnight, and then tomorrow I will give it its second coat. And so while this is drying overnight, I'm gonna start sanding the control panel and well, the control panel box, and getting that ready. So but yeah, it's coming out looking pretty good. I'm super excited. Alright, so it is ready. It is out here drying with coat 2. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the control panel. Went ahead and sanded it like crazy. There is parts where it seems like someone tried to do some work. They did okay, but I need to straighten out all of the corners because it's looking pretty rough. But also something cool that came in the mail for me is this guy. So all of my cabinets, I like to own the manuals to them, just so I have them in the games, and I also like to read these. I did that with all my Mortal Kombats, and let me tell you, it helps out a lot. So but yeah, let me go ahead and get this bondoed and let it dry, sand it down, paint it, primer it. Inside, I'm just gonna hit it with rattle can. I'm not too worried about that. It's mainly the sides. The bottom too is probably gonna just be rattle canned. So, all right, let's go ahead and get it bondoed. Okay, alrighty. So we have our bondo on, just letting it dry. So I think I've said it in a couple of videos before. A little trick I do to get nice edges is I always staple some cardboard to it, and then that'll help me get my corner straight. Well, I didn't have any staples, but I had to use tacks, but they work just as good. I ran out of staples. 3 staple guns and no staples. Went to the store, got these. They don't fit. So I'm gonna let this dry for a second, and then I'll sand it down, and then we will have to tackle these corners here. Up here looks pretty good. It's pretty straight, but it's down here and down here. It's pretty much the same on the other side. So yeah, let's go ahead and give this a little bit of time to dry, and then we'll get that, sand it down, and then work on the sides, primer it, let it sit, then paint it. All right, so the control panel it's got its first coat of primer, so sucks. There's a little error right there, but I'm not too worried about it because the art is gonna cover that. So, but whenever this dries, I'm gonna give it a light sanding, probably with some 100 grit, and then go ahead and give it one more coat, and then control panel will be pretty much done. Alright, I'm sorry that my videos are jumping, but so got the coin doors painted and drying, front control panel painted and drying, cabinets over here painted and drying, and again, please excuse my garage, but I am working on the back door right now as we speak. So I'm not gonna go too crazy on the back door because no one's gonna see it, because it's gonna be face the wall. So there's some holes that I didn't patch, like that guy right there. That's fine because I'm gonna put a screw there, but it's bothering me, so I probably might patch it. But I'm gonna get this, sand it down, and get it painted, and then geez, we'll pretty much be done with the bodywork. So let's go ahead and get this finished up. All right, so the back door is patched and sanded. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm not gonna go too crazy on the back door because no one's ever gonna see it. So I'm probably just gonna hit it with a couple layers of black paint. I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, here it is. It is very smooth and it's ready for paint. So let me go ahead and get the paint on and we'll go from there. All right, so the back is painted. You can still see the rolls, but that doesn't matter because when it dries, it's you won't see none of it. It'll dry flat. So all right, so I'm gonna bring the cabinet in, start putting stuff together while this dries, and I think that'll be it for body work. Excuse my messy tools. I needed a screwdriver and that fucker was on the very bottom, but here we go. Hoo-wee. All right, now here it is, semi put together. Again, please excuse my garage. This project has been a messy one, but yeah, she's pretty much ready for artwork. Now, as far as the control panel, because it was converted to a golden T, has the big hole here. My buddy Josh over at Operation Restore is making me a brand new control panel, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, she is good to go. The only thing I need to do is I need to paint the bracket right here. That was one of the last things I forgot to do. Painted the coin doors. Also installed new LED lights in it so that way it could be bright. So that's pretty much it with bodywork. I don't know why I painted the control panel because Art's gonna go over it anyway, but It is what it is. So I'm super excited about it. So I have nothing fastened, so I'm not gonna turn it around, but the back looks pretty much just like the front. So super cool. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my drinks while staring at it, and that's gonna be the end of this video. I appreciate you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And the next video will be artwork, and then after that we will do buttons, monitor, and electronical work on it. I'm tired, but thanks for watching. Take care. Again, like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.